Okay, Ms. Howard, you are suing your former friend, Mr. Calloway, for $745. You say he owes you because he asked you to come and visit him and then kind of ghosted you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where did you two originally meet?
We didn't really get super familiar until a mutual friend's wedding.
All right, and what happened?
So at the wedding, we had gotten to talking, we were drinking, having a good time, and we ended up hooking up that night.
Okay, and then did you start dating after that, or you were living in different coasts?
he had moved to New York, and then he had invited me to come stay with him in New York. I wanted to see where things could lead to.
Okay.
So I booked the flight. That morning, I text him before I fly out there. He doesn't reply.
So what happens? That morning you text him before taking the flight?
Before the flight,
And
yes.
what do you say in that text?
I have it right here, if you'd like to see it.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
About to take off. So this is right when you're about to take off.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, see you soon. And then when you landed, can't wait to see you. What's your address? Ooh, we're not much of a planner, are we? So you didn't have his address. You
I did
landed at
not.
the airport without an address.
Yes.
He does not answer that?
He did not answer.
And then what do you do?
So I texted a mutual friend. I have the receipts if you'd like to see
Okay,
those.
yeah. What? And so this is a friend of yours that's also a friend of his?
Yes.
And you text that friend to
I text
find out?
that
Does anybody
friend.
call anybody anymore? Hey, have you heard from Harry at all today? He's not responding to me. Wait, has he really not texted you? Apparently, John told him you had been seeing someone else, and Harry got really mad. He said he was going to tell you not to even bother coming to New York. Well, he never told me that. Okay, so the plot thickens. Were you seeing someone else?
I mean, I was casually seeing a few people.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're not even really seeing him.
No.
So what happened, Mr. Calloway? Tell me your version of things here.
What she didn't tell you is that my friend John was at the same wedding as us, so he knew her pretty well at this point. He tells me that she's been dating another guy this whole time.
Like what whole time? The whole time that you've been what? Talking on the phone? Do you expect that she was, 100% not seeing anybody just because you talk on the phone? I mean, it hadn't gotten anywhere yet. Like, in other words, John tells you whatever John tells you. Why isn't your first action to call her?
I mean, I just don't associate with liars.
Did you ever ask her, are you seeing anybody?
I mean, by omission, she didn't say anything.
Right, but maybe because it's not worth mentioning, because it's not as important as John paints it out to be.
I just assumed I was a low priority at that point after
But why
finding
would you
out.
assume that? You know that her only reason for coming to New York was to get to know you. Because,
No,
yes,
no.
it was. That prior text, do you have text between the two of you before the trip?
Your Honor, I have some records
Yeah,
here.
let's see if we're looking at the same thing. Take it from both of them, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
Hey, I'd love to see you. How would you feel about coming to visit me in New York one week? She responds, I'd love to. I just don't know if I can afford to do that right now. But if this is for the furtherance of our potential relationship, then it's worth it to me.
Potential.
Then you say to her, listen, you're more than welcome to stay at my place so you don't have to spend money on a hotel. I want to see if this is worth pursuing. When John tells you this stuff, why don't you pick up the phone, call her, and tell her, I have no interest in you coming, so she can call it off?
I just figured she'd start telling more lies.
But what difference does it make? At least you'd put her on notice that she can't stay with you before she boards a plane.
I mean, the way I'm thinking about it, if she's been keeping all this from me, I
Keeping
can...
all what from you?
Her other relationship.
What
She's with
other
guys.
relationship? You don't even know how deep that is.
All right.
John told you what?
John said she's been dating another guy.
Look, Mr. Calloway, you are entitled to decide what you want out of life. What you are not entitled to is to entice someone to spend money to come visit you and then keep your mouth shut even though you didn't have to. There was still time to stop her. And instead, you ghosted her. You caused her to go ahead and use the ticket that she wouldn't have used if you had told her, I'm not interested in you. You caused her to end up having to pay for a hotel room, which she wouldn't have ended up in that position if you had just told her, don't come, I'm not interested in you. So I find that you are going to be paying her $745, verdict for the plaintiff.
Very interesting case. And guys, I don't know, maybe you will agree with me that probably most of us have been in a similar situation when we just started dating, and At times, it's just easier to assume things, make conclusions, and move on instead of confronting the person and getting to the bottom of the issue. I can see how he just assumed things. So, some friend of his told him that she is seeing someone else. Well, first of all, whatever you two had is not a relationship. You had a one night stand and then a long distance. Not a relationship. No. You were just getting to know each other, speaking on the phone, maybe FaceTiming, but I would not constitute it a relationship. On the other hand, I do believe she might have been leading him on and promising him a relationship that could not even happen while she was seeing someone else. And it is dishonest. I do not believe that we should be engaging in any sort of flirting or that type of activity if you are, in fact, dating someone else. The defendant should have been upfront with her about what was going on, that he's not okay with her dating while they were communicating and trying to get to know each other. If that's something he was not comfortable with, he should have been crystal clear about it and maybe picked up the phone, called her, and told her exactly that. However, he just decided to ghost her, and I cannot respect it, especially coming from a guy. The guys should act from a place of integrity, and if he did in fact promise her that she could stay with him, and then he decided that no, he's not comfortable with it, given the circumstances, and it's no longer the case, he should have communicated it to her the moment he made that decision. What did you guys think about this case? Who do you think was in the right? Please put it in your comments below, and thank you for watching.